BagFuel, baby.
BagFuel, we back. Like, subscribe, super thanks. If you want to place the ad, if you want to sponsor, you want to put it right here in the middle at the end of the show. As always, I tell you, DM us and we'll give you the race and we'll tell you how it's done. Of course, I got my partner across from me, Hynaken. And I got a Southside Jamaica Queens representing. You heard us the second time on the show, but we talking different. We progressing now. My dude Fredro is up in the building.
What's good, brothers?
My man, Pots
Same
and
old,
Pan.
same old, bro.
I'm ready, man. I see you out here getting it, man.
Man, same just like you, my nigga. You on rooftops, hopping through buildings like the good old days of Brooklyn when the cops would chase you. Niggas didn't know that old play.
Word.
You go up through one building, jump over the 4, and then come down to the 6th floor.
I remember I was like 15 years old. We used to hang on this spot called the Game Room on Rockaway Boulevard. And it was this dude named Fritz. He was like the illest hustler in the neighborhood. This nigga jumping on roof, helicopters. This shit was a movie. I'm looking at this shit like, yo, this is really Southside Queens. This shit is ill. Yeah, so we shot the tunnel. That's what you was talking about.
I seen that.
We was shooting on the roof and all of that shit, like some old New York shit.
How does that correlate to, because the series is based on the nightclub, so how do you, people would be, who didn't know any better, be like, how is there an outside scene that correlates into the nightclub?
See, people don't know. If you know about the tunnel, you know it was on 27th and 11th. There was a projects right next to it. They shared the same neighborhood. And not only a projects, there was a hostro right there too on 11th Ave. So all that shit was going down when you went to the tunnel, and this is what I was seeing. And the series is based off 2 kids trying to get to the tunnel.
Gotcha.
And they cut through the projects. When they cut through the projects, that's when the whole movie just, you know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
aight.
Niggas start chasing these niggas. They just won $3,000 at the bodega on the scratch off.
That's a lot of money back.
And the bodega, like, he letting niggas know, yo, these niggas got bread, you know what I mean? But so them niggas getting chased through the projects trying to get to the tunnel. So that's basically the whole movie.
Well, why the tunnel though? What is that? What's the significance of that for you?
I mean, it was part of my life. You know what I mean? Growing up, going to the tunnel. And one day I walked through the projects and niggas started chasing me, trying to rob me and shit, you know what I'm saying? And it was terrifying in a way, you know what I mean? Like,
Shit, I would imagine so.
So I was like, you know what, let me think of, it's kind of true, but it came from a true place, and I just created, me being a creative person, I just created a series because I thought like the tunnel, we can do a lot of episodes because it's a club. So every week, every Sunday, it's an episode.
Which is funny because Sunday nights was the
Sunday nights at the tunnel. So every week I can write a new script for this week. You know what I mean? It just gives you something you can keep going on forever and ever.
So
and
is it
ever
gonna
and
be,
ever.
are you gonna have that thing like how Law and Order has? These reenactments are just imagination. It might coincide with something, but that's purely coincidental.
Nah, see,
because you know what happened
Yeah. I brought the feeling back when you walk inside, niggas patting you down, you gotta click your shoes upside down. Niggas checking your mouth with the flashlight for raises.
The razor blade.
All that's on there. You know what I'm saying? Niggas fighting in the club, all that's on there. Niggas bad shorties in the club, all that's on there. So I try to give you that feel. But not try to go back in time. Like, it's like the new tunnel. You know what I'm saying? Like, new kids is rocking with it. It ain't like...
Why not, though?
Because continuity-wise, it would have been a problem.
Gotcha.
You trying to make a movie in the 90s and niggas got iPhones and shit.
Yeah, the cars.
It wouldn't have added up, you know what I'm saying?
Like a Fredro, there's a Tesla on the block.
Yo, they said when Tupac said the Tupac movie, the nigga had an iPad or something and this shit. Niggas was going crazy, like, yeah, that type of shit.
I remember Game of Thrones, they had a Starbucks coffee on the table. They're like, oh, word? Who teleported? So he right about that, Esso.
Word. I wouldn't have did. With so much violence being wrapped around the tunnel, because there was a lot of violence going on inside, outside, and everything, why is this shit so special to everybody?
Because it was... The tunnel, the tunnel was an adventure. It was like the fear of it made it that more special.
It was, well, I mean,
because you had no niggas in there.
I've been there with, you know, when certain things had popped off. I've been through there. And coming from Baltimore, because I was in college, so I had to come back home and go to the tunnel, and I was still too young. And I remember just standing on the block, nigga, it was dangerous, nigga.
Yo, B-more niggas, Washington, VA.
And I would be like, why is everybody be like, are you going home to the tunnel? I'd be like, no, for what? It's crazy, like, it's crazy. Robberies, stabbings, in the bathroom, niggas getting beat up, robbed, niggas fucking in the bathroom, niggas getting knocked out in the bathroom. It would be madness in there all the time, and the fights would get cleared up, and niggas be back to partying again. I would be like, nah, I'm going home. This don't make no sense, my nigga, because you gotta come in here diesel deep, pause. You gotta come in the tunnel at that time.
And then you gotta worry about the security niggas too. Them niggas was their own problem.
They own. Once one starts spazzing and they all,
security niggas was taking a lot of chains in the tunnel. Nigga.
Yeah, they was starting a lot of shit.
Niggas was leaving without their chains. Security was telling you, my nigga.
They was starting
it's a racket.
Yeah, but like I said, it was just like that energy was just so New York. That energy was just so like, because a lot of niggas nothing happened to them for years. It only happened to niggas that was supposed to happen to, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of niggas ain't get touched.
Yeah, of course.
A lot of regular niggas ain't have no problem. Shorties in there. Celebrities. I'm talking about celebrities, the biggest celebrities, kids is in there.
Yeah.
I was hanging with a lot of them. You know what I'm saying?
Are there gonna be any scenes? Because they said the tunnel was iconic for breaking records. I still remember people saying the first time anybody ever saw the Crip walk was Snoop Dogg in the tunnel. And everyone said the whole club stopped. I don't know how accurate that is.
I don't know about that one.
Okay, that's what Esso be saying, them urban legends.
Yeah, they be having a lot of urban legends. I had to ask.
I remember I was in the tunnel with Tupac though. Word, that nigga was in the tunnel. That nigga had the ill cross on his neck, bro. Like, back in the days, niggas had the big jewelry and shit. His shit was little though, but it was like sparkling.
Bling.
That was like the beginning of the diamond era to me. Like, it was not gaudy jewelry, but it was just more smaller, but diamonds.
Yeah.
And I saw him that night. When I seen him, I was like, damn, nigga, you should have told me to wear my sunglasses and shit. Niggas started laughing. Got a drink at the bar, whatever. There's a lot of niggas in the tunnel. Biggie, them niggas, them niggas is always in the tunnel. Season them niggas, you know what I mean? That was the time. DMX, shot Get At Me Dog in the tunnel.
In the tunnel, yes.
How do you make money off of these movies now?
Ad share revenue now, you know what I'm saying? Back in the days, somebody would shoot a movie and be like, yo, I gotta get a deal to get the movie out. A lot of niggas was doing movies and didn't have they didn't have no way to get it out. Now you can do Tubi, which I just signed with Tubi. We did a direct deal with Tubi. Salute to them. They the biggest and the baddest in the game right now. That's where all the demographic for our culture is at. You know what I'm saying? So that's important for me to be doing business with Tubi. But yeah, that's how you make your money. Every time you watch a movie and it's a commercial that come on, that's the money. You might not think, you know what I'm saying? It's like, because it's ill because my man had the ill movie. He put it on Vimeo, $3.99. I looked at it, not like I ain't got $3.99, but niggas don't want to go through the process of doing all that shit, so I ain't watch it. He put it on YouTube, free, I watched it. And I'm sure when I watched it, there was ads running through his product. So that's how he's getting paid off the ads. You know what I'm saying?
You pay the people to act inside the movies, and then when it's making money off of Tubi, is it like the your music business? If you wrote in something, you get your money separately and all that, or does all the money have to come from you and you disperse it?
Nah, well, everybody got paid up front, work for hire. This is the indie game.
Work for hire, okay.
Yeah, work for hire. You know what's crazy? I be getting checks from like Law and Order, and I be getting checks from like all these, they be like 25 cents. I'm like, yo, why y'all even send me this shit? So, but what I want to do is, now that I got a direct deal with Tubi, I'll have a little bit more leeway because I don't have to pay an aggregator or middleman to go to Tubi. You know what I'm saying? So, there's a little leeway, but for the most part, it's work for hire. You do your thing, you come out, you shine, you do your thing, and hopefully that movie can take you to a bigger production. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that my production is not gonna get big, because at the end of the day, we gonna be directing big $1 million movies.
Aggregator? What do they do?
That's like somebody saying, basically the middleman saying that they gotta deal with Tubi or, ad share revenue company for distribution.
Because I was gonna ask
it's the middleman. You gotta pay them 10, 15%
to get the.
Then they slide you through, but we ain't really had to do that.
I was gonna ask you something like that, because now I'm seeing the strategy. Instead of people waiting for ads to play in the video, they're going for people who are strategically good at getting the ads. So when you said that, you're like, all right, I already went to the main source to get that done. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, like I said, man, this ad, that's where the money is at, ads. That's why these streamers are making so much money, because they stream 10 hours a day. So when you put a video on YouTube, it says, every 20 minutes, we're gonna run an ad through your video or your content. So if you're streaming for 10 hours, how many 20 minutes is in 10 hours? So all right. So that's how these niggas is getting paid.
And they got membership too.
Memberships too. Now YouTube has membership.
No, I'm talking about the streamers. Don't I show speed in them and Constant don't
Subscription.
they got
Subscription.
Subscription.
Yeah, everything is
that's what I meant.
subscription
It's all
right
the
now.
same names. I mean, same shit. They just have different names for it.
Different names for it. You know what I'm saying? You got these
like-
different outlets. But the thing about it with these young streaming niggas is, you know, they stream for fucking 10 hours. Grown niggas like us, we ain't got time to be sitting there watching niggas for 10 hours just looking, you know what I mean?
That shit is
So
crazy.
so basically, a nigga with nothing to do is watching them niggas. So it's a lot of niggas with nothing to do making them niggas rich. And the niggas with nothing to do is young niggas. Because they ain't got no jobs, they ain't got no responsibility. You can sit there, smoke, drink, you know, spend your mother's
but the
money
way-
to watch these niggas, and you know what I'm saying? So they had a real sweet spot because of the demographic that they
That's what I'm
appeal to.
saying.
You know
So
what I'm saying?
what's the shelf life? Because we know, let's just say in general, because everybody in here started out young, going after their shit. If they even decide to figure out life casually, you're talking about a 10-year shelf life.
10 years, yeah.
And 10
Actually forever.
Nah. Because if your demographic decides to become older,
Right.
you're not gonna be in the same space to get a whole new demographic.
But that content that you laid down when you were young kids are gonna, the kids in that demographic gonna still watch it like it's new. They're gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like Moesha, for instance, still comes on.
Yeah.
Young kids who like Moesha are young kids. You know what I'm saying? Who's watching it? The kids at 17, 18 still watching Moesha.
So you're talking about catalog.
It keeps going on. It grows with you. You know what I'm saying? Like that fat kid who was unboxing the gifts back in the days. What's his name? Ryan?
Yeah, I know you're
He
talking
made
about.
$1 billion. You think little kids is still not looking at Ryan videos?
Yeah, but-
he's still making money. Like the video just came out today.
Which one's better, making movies or rapping?
Rapping.
Making
mean, for me.
Yeah, for you. Which one do you like better, rapping or making movies and acting?
Me personally, right now, I like directing and producing movies. But, you know, I'm still nice with this shit, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, I still get busy and, you know, we still do a lot of touring. You know what I'm saying? Touring, you doing basically your hits. You're doing the same shit you've been doing for the last 25, 30 years. But as far as still in the studio, yeah, I just put an album out called Soul. Jazz, I'm working on an album called Disco. I produce all my own shit too. I do my own beats.
I actually was talking about in the height of your shit, when it was then at the height of your shit, because you also was on movies and you was on your television.
Of course, I mean, like when I was on TV and doing my thing heavy, it wasn't a lot of niggas on TV. You know what I'm saying? At that time, it was like Tupac, Ice Cube, Ice-T, me, LL. You know, it was a handful of rappers. Now everybody doing it. You know what I'm saying? And they doing a great job. But so to be on set was special. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, this is like, you know, you on this setup, light it up, doing scenes with Usher. You know what I'm saying? You know, now this nigga doing a Super Bowl type shit. Like those moments are special. And like Forrest Whitaker said when I did Strap, before I even did my first scene, he said, let me tell you something. Movies are forever. Make sure when we say action, you know that. And I always kept that with me, you know what I'm saying? Because when they say action, you giving them, what you giving them, they gonna have forever. They gonna be in the editing room with that, and that's what it is. So when you see them scenes from Strap, we knocking on the door talking about, yo, what's up? Is Daquan here and all that? I knew it was forever. So I know I had to, you know what I'm saying, do my thing. You know what I'm saying? You only get one chance.
What was that like working with legends like a Forrest Whitaker at the time when you was just coming up?
That was ill. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we seen Forrest Whitaker in all the movies he did, and how I booked the Strap joint was like, I never thought about being an actor. So working with somebody that's a serious actor like that and getting kind of like thrown into the mix real fast, like I didn't have no training. There was no acting school or preparation to be an actor. They just threw me on the set. I bagged it, they threw me on the set, and I did my thing. Bamboo was born. You know what I'm saying? Now we doing Strap Part 2. I'm producing that.
What did you learn from Forrest Whitaker?
When you produce something, because that was his first movie he directed, make sure it's from the heart. If you think about that movie, Strap, he was sending a real message in that movie. You know what I'm saying? White dude, getting guns, selling it in the hood, black niggas is killing each other. That was the message. But the also message is he looked at the culture and said, I could get Kumo D for this this movie. I could get Yo-Yo to be in this movie. Fredro, Busta Rhymes, Sticky, Daz Effects, Moni Love, Chi Ali. You feel what I'm saying? Like, the whole culture was in strap. When you really think about it, it's like, damn, all them niggas was in that movie? Yeah, nigga, look, nigga. That's what Forrest Whitaker did, and that's what I'm doing with the tunnel. Make sure you represent the culture.
How does that feel being a rapper that came up with all these people and honestly, they're gone? Pac, Big, X, and it's for various reasons, but how does that make you feel knowing that these people are not even around?
I mean, the spirit of hip hop, they never really gone. They're gone in the physical. But in the spiritual essence, they're still here. You know what I mean? And that's something that we can always look to and we can always actually feel that. You know what I'm saying? Every time you hear their voice, you hear their music, you feel them. So they're never really gone. That you just can't touch them. But it feels fucked up because, you know, I feel like life is something precious, man. I'm trying to be a centurion. I'm trying to live to be 100 years old. That's my goal. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody got different goals, and like, my goal is to be 100 years old, still physically working, still physically moving, and still agile, and still, you know, youthful. Because your body is a vessel. Your body is a vessel, and how you keep your body is how old your body is. I seen this one person, I was like, yo, I'm getting old. She was like, yeah, but you act young. And I looked at it, I was like, that means a lot. Because you can be old, but your
spirit is young.
Your spirit is young. When I see guys like Grandmaster Flash, KRS-One, Dougie Fresh, Slick Rick still doing it at a high level, it gives me more say, you know what, I'm gonna keep doing this shit too. They still doing it.
Is that a hip hop thing that we forever young, or we think we forever young because of hip hop?
Definitely. The culture definitely keeps us.
Because other people, the ages that you're naming those people are done.
Right.
They almost trying to bury themselves and worry about who they leaving they shit for. But hip hop niggas is they having sex, they smoking weed, they outside, they working out.
The culture is real. The culture keeps you young.
Yeah, vibrant. I like vibrant more.
Vibrant.
Because we're not trying to be young.
Vibrant.
Niggas.
Okay, I like vibrant.
You understand? You're not trying to be a young nigga, bro. You're confident in who you are.
Forever young though.
There
mentality,
you
know what I'm saying? But you gotta know when to grow. Mentally, you gotta grow.
Yeah.
Because you can't have the same mentality that you had 30 years ago. That has to change. And a lot of niggas ain't changed. A lot of niggas still in the hood, still doing the same shit they was doing. They was sitting like my nigga, like, grow the fuck up. Maybe the new Alex album need to be called Grow the Fuck Up. He did Back the Fuck Up. Grow the fuck up. A lot of niggas ain't growing up.
They don't want
mentally.
I think they scared. They scared to grow up because when you grow up, it comes with responsibility. It comes with standards. It comes with expectation.
But you know what makes you grow though? Seeing different things. Because if you stuck and see the same thing every day, you're not gonna grow.
But they don't get nowhere. But the people that we're talking about, a lot of them, not all of them, a lot of them don't really get to see the world that.
Think about how you and Sticky had to grow up fast, even though y'all was chasing it. Now, if you take that experience I had just at 22, most niggas our age now hasn't even done what you did at 22. That's not our fault.
Which is crazy because now they got the whole world, like, you know what I mean? Like we couldn't.
But they don't but I'm glad you said that. Because I want to touch on that.
What's up, S?
The only people that realize the whole world is there is niggas like us who was leaving notes for your moms like, yo, I'm over at so-and-so crib.
Right.
Your mom is leaving you notes saying, yo, here's some money for you.
Right.
Don't go nowhere without letting me know where you going. The only way you can let her know where you going is you leave a fake letter and I'm going over here.
Yeah.
We didn't have the technology, so now having to jot down shit, having to go pick up shit, just dealing with your driver's license, how we used to have to pay tickets.
Crazy.
Everything. You can pay your American Express right on your phone.
We was
now.
just parking the car. We just parking the car outside. Niggas just throw everything is at their fingertips. They got it made. Travel, experience
Bust
things,
this one.
see shit.
I'm gonna bust ill one down. Remember when niggas would have to go to Green Acres just to go to the bank, nigga? Yo. Remember the bank line used to be treachery.
That bank.
Especially on a Friday. Used to be treachery,
Especially
nigga.
that first Friday of the month.
God,
that
line is crazy.
You said Green Acres, word.
Yo, that's what I'm
was that a City Bank?
A Chase.
It was a Chase, right.
No, it was a City Bank. It was right Chase now.
Yeah.
It was City Bank,
let me
nigga.
show you how crazy this is, right? I was talking to my brother. I'm way older than him. I said, yo, if the internet was down, how would you get a flight? So he started,
He couldn't figure it out.
and I was like,
We had to call
We
up
had to
the
call
airline
up.
or go to
to
the airport.
We didn't,
yeah, you see, you knew already. You're like, oh, that's easy.
Yo, niggas is like, yo, I can book this shit online. Nigga, I can pay my shit. See, we understand it, but this is what they're growing up with.
Wow.
Yeah.
So my whole point is they don't understand what we didn't have. So this is all regular.
it's regular for them. They like even when hip hop, nigga, I saw hip hop when it was made. Like I was here before hip hop.
Yeah.
Like before
That's ill.
hip hop, nigga, I saw that record when it first was made. Like these niggas is growing up into the culture. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, me being a part of and seeing it grow and still to see what it is, it's incredible, man. Bad Bunny, right? He just performed on the Super Bowl. And that had nothing to do with our culture. But I like this shit.
You did?
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of boring.
I thought it was different.
I thought it was different.
At first, I was trying to hate at first because I don't know Spanish. I don't know the
No, I
language.
wasn't trying to hate. I thought the songs, you know, I mean.
I just thought it was
I didn't enjoy the songs, but I enjoyed the symbolism.
that's what I'm saying.
I enjoyed the symbolism.
That's what I'm saying.
The
Everything mattered.
real marriage is ill.
The real marriage
the
was
real
ill.
marriage is ill.
That older lady with the store, that's the lady from Bushwick
Word.
who has the real store. So her shit went up. She had the address on it and everything.
I didn't even know that.
So every prop had a specific meaning.
Nah, that's fire.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
But,
So, you know, I mean, that's what I'm saying. And, you know, Jay-Z did that. So Jay-Z, he's the culture, right?
Yeah.
So he's figuring this shit out because at the end of the day, people who watching football, they already watching football for football.
Yeah.
So he's bringing in a whole nother audience with that move because you got a lot of people that they know who the fuck was playing, who's playing. They don't even know nothing about football.
Yeah.
But they was watching
Watching
that.
for Bad Bunny.
Exactly. So
You
he
didn't
kind
see
of
what
mixed it
happened
up.
when they put before Bad Bunny came on.
Right.
what's that, Ghost?
Next season is international.
So they're gonna do an international halftime next year? Cause what I'm saying, they thought about it like people who watch football is gonna watch it for football anyway. That's what they're there for. You ain't gotta appease them. You try to bring another market to the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So
How do you feel about
those and guys like Jay-Z, Russell,
LaRussell, yeah.
these are guys you gotta the spirit of hip hop. I'm working on this thing called the spirit of hip hop, and basically it's just a way of life using the scriptures and the raps and the positivity that's already there. Because if you listen to the song Hey Young World by Slick Rick, look, everybody should listen to that song. That whole song
still
is
relevant right now.
nothing but dropping
Still
jewels.
relevant.
It's
Still
dope,
relevant
but
right
he's
now.
telling you get ahead and accomplish things. He's telling you that. The whole so that's what spirit of hip hop is to live by a certain code of being and you will go further in life. Like you don't gotta disrespect somebody because you don't like they post. Mom said if you don't like something, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. So if you don't like something, just don't disrespect it. Just keep it moving. I mean, this is the way I'm bringing the positive because I've done enough fucked up shit. No, ain't nobody perfect. It's time to grow the fuck up and turn it around. So when you look at guys like Jay-Z, LaRussell, J. Cole, they giving us new blueprints on how to sell our music now. You know what I'm saying? Direct
I was
to
gonna ask you that.
consumer. You got your fans, you got your fan base, sell it right to them.
It's not essentially J. Cole took Esso's idea. I swear to everybody.
Everybody knows it.
Everybody-
This is not no secret.
So what was your idea?
I told everybody on this camera with niggas, I said, the only way to take this shit back and make money is y'all gonna have to sell hard copies. Y'all gonna
Physical
have to sell CDs, y'all have to sell vinyl.
And everybody looked at them crazy.
And I think because vinyl is so hot right now on the underground and the independent circuit that the people with a name or the established rappers can get it off and sell it. But he took it a step further. He said, I'm gonna drive the car, I'm gonna sell them for $1 for whatever. But he did the thing that LaRussell did when Kyrie gave him the $11,000 for the one album. He put it on that platform where you can decide what you want to pay for.
Custom paid.
So you can pay $1, $5, $13.
And that's good because
you
you got some support fans, families, whatever your fan base is, they want to support you. They might give you 10,000 for one. And LaRuss, I think he was just selling downloads. It wasn't even physical.
It might not.
It might have been both, but yeah.
It might not have been.
But now you got to give your fans can really support you.
Yeah, but the idea is because my thing is with this shit. In the day and age of what we got going now, everything is single driven. Not that it wasn't back then, but it's even more single driven now. It's way different, right? So in order to get your vibe out, if you're somebody new, everybody knows your vibe already. You're a veteran, so we know how you coming with your shit. You got your core fans or whatever. But say I didn't know you, and you got one single out. How am I gonna vibe with you, bro? Because I'm not gonna get an opportunity to hear 2, 3, 4, and 5 songs unless I'm really looking, unless you dropping shit. But nobody's putting together a project that people care. I know people downloaded Kendrick's project. I know they fucked with SZA's project, but it ain't a lot. It ain't a lot of the people who's selling a whole entire project. So J. Cole went the smart way. How's he not gonna sell the entire project? Because for what you're gonna pay, like you paid $10 for streaming, I'm gonna give you my whole project for $5.
Right.
You can't beat it. So if you gotta find a way to play the CD.
Well, streaming is always good because you still want people to hear your music. But but as far as the revenue that it's bringing in, and you know, Nas, Mass Appeal, they put a lot of records out last year. The Ghost, Ray, Mob, you know what I'm saying, De La, Nas, Primo, Big L, they put a lot of records out. So the music is coming back to, you know, what the music we like. Hip hop is changing back to where it's real rap. Now we just got to figure out how to get the bread out of it because the streaming shit is just not it.
The bread is direct to consumer.
Direct consumer.
That's what J. Cole is, the website.
J. Cole's doing it in real time.
He put everything on the Fallout, even the mixtape with Clue. He did the 4 songs. He really cleared the records and cleared them and put them on his website. So if you want to hear the shit, you got to go right to his website, and it's 11 seconds.
And guess what?
11 minutes.
And when you go to his website, guess he's collecting data.
The
data, of course.
And he's gonna sell merch. Whatever is there, but you got a place where people can vibe. Now, everybody can't do that because you don't have the fanfare, you might not have the following. But the people who have the following, like if I step out with a record like a Boss Man D-Lo record, right? Like when he popped off, I'm coming with an album and I'm selling it hard copies, I'm selling vinyl, I'm trying to make all my money off of this shit. Because you can still, because everybody's like, well, they're not gonna play a CD. Nigga, you get to meet J. Cole.
Right.
That's worth whatever dollar you're paying.
This one nigga sold the CD, play it with the CD.
There you go.
Like, word, you ain't got the CD, here goes the CD, play it with the CD, my nigga. So yeah, there's a lot of different ways, and I'm sure it's just gonna keep elevating a way to get the music out. Things are changing, music is changing. So it's a good temperature right now for hip hop.
And I'm not gonna say J. Cole did it because of me. He might not have seen me say it.
But I'm on the same wavelength.
I said it before everybody. I'm gonna say that.
I mean, aside from Tubi, is there any other like platforms you were considering distributing this?
Of course, everybody want to be on Netflix. You know what I'm saying? I think Starz Network is a good place where, you know, we had Sticky had a movie called Day in the Life at Starz. It did very well over there. I would like to entertain that, you know what I'm saying?
How do you get paid if you put your movie on Starz?
Now Starz is different, you know what I'm saying?
What's that pay thing? Like how do you do it?
That's real television, you know what I'm saying? It's still
So do they pay you up front?
I don't have a deal on Starz.
Oh, okay. I thought you might have known the process. Because you've been making films and shit
but
for such a long time.
I know it's not ad revenue though. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know, they probably give you nice budgets, produce your shit. You know, it's not indie no more.
Okay, I bet.
You know what I mean? Word. But, you know, young filmmakers out here, do what you do. You know what I'm saying? Like, it took me a while to say, you know what, let me just do my own movie. You know what I'm saying? I did this movie with this girl in LA. She shot a whole movie in 3 days. We did 80 scenes. This shit was crazy. I was like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm gonna just start shooting my own shit. So I'm looking to shoot something this summer. Like I said, I'm thinking about doing Strap Part 2.
I got an idea for you.
You know what I'm saying? Something, you know, because it's already there already, and it's something I'm already a part of, so we trying to figure that out. Definitely want to do more episodes of The Tunnel, you know what I'm saying?
Based on Love sent me something that Ice Cube just put out. I think I could say it.
Uh-oh. Friday?
But nah, he did a trailer that got that I think it got him money, but the trailer is in AI.
Is it Big Worm, his spinoff?
Nah, because he just sent it to me Cause he had a big thing when we all was there that you don't need a
Faison is an ill nigga.
Yeah, that you don't need a movie
I got the
house.
ill story with Faison.
Yeah, and then but he did send it to me saying you can create your own trailer in AI.
Yeah, let's
And
talk
it
about
looks
AI
just
for a
like
minute.
you,
Now-
and then you can take it and get the money to go shoot your movie.
Right.
And you show the concept in AI. So before you had to pay to shoot the concept
Right.
and do all the rest of that stuff. And I was like, yo, and he's like, that's why you don't need a movie house no more.
Yeah,
'Cause you
AI
can
is
use that.
changing shit, bro. You can't, like every time somebody mention AI, what I say is you can't replace it, so you gotta embrace it. Get with it, man, because it's part of with the culture right now. You know what I'm saying?
It's scary though.
It's very scary. And my thing is, if you're a rapper and you got passion for this shit, don't stop, because now you're going against AI. And you know, these record labels, just imagine a record label. You gotta get an artist, you gotta pay the artist, he has to come and do his shit. With AI, you could just put 1 million records out, you ain't gotta speak to no nigga, want his money, nothing. You could just put out records, you ain't gotta worry about the artist part. Now, to perform it on stage is something different.
That's the problem.
That's the problem. But I'm sure you can get a nigga that do the Milli Vanilli, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, just play the part, nigga. It's acting, nigga. This is the music. Play the part.
That's
These niggas be
wild.
fucking lip syncing any motherfucking way. These little
Yeah,
niggas.
these niggas, they don't be doing the shit
These
for
niggas don't be
real.
doing. They be lip syncing
They
everything.
open the door for the bullshit.
They
If we
open the
really
door
want
for
to
the
talk
bullshit.
about it. With all of that, using the auto-tune
whole
and live
track.
shows,
Come on, man.
playing your whole track.
They don't do
Hey,
nothing. All they doing is lip syncing.
They don't even got a TV track no more. They just play the whole shit and rap on
Any
top
plans
of
to do like a spin-off of your life when you were living in LA?
Nah.
Because I've been here, all day on Facebook.
I never thought about that because I was in LA through all that East Coast, West Coast beef shit. And there was really no New York niggas out there. It was Maryland Santana, God bless his dad. He was on Steve Harvey. It was just me and him.
I heard y'all two was wilding in LA, holding it down for New York.
Yo, I was definitely, I was out there in the clubs. I knew the right people. Jam Master Jay put me in with the right people. So I was moving out there the right way, you know what I'm saying? Cost a couple of dollars though. You know, a nigga know how to play the game, you know what I'm saying? But I was out there wilding, son. I had the red drop with the New York plates when all that East Coast, West Coast. I was like, I ain't feel no East Coast, West Coast beef. Niggas was showing love.
Was Merlin really rolling around with his hammer all the time?
I mean,
Yo.
I don't know.
I got you. I understand.
I don't know. I know, but I know we had the same car. Well, not to say he had a blue BM drop top and I had the red one. So we was, moving around and shit, getting, sitcom money. Like I said, at the time, it wasn't really a lot of niggas on TV. Wasn't really a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was special to be on TV at that time. You know what I mean? And the
Especially
money we was
network.
getting was crazy, like, at that time.
Got you.
You know what I mean?
Do you think that Jam Master Jay gets his just due for what he brought to hip hop?
Nah, of course not.
Why you think that is?
Well, my whole thing is this.
But people don't really know he brought on all the acts that he brought on.
Not even that. I mean, I just think Run DMC, Jam Master Jay, what they did for Adidas alone, a whole $1 billion sneaker company should have been rewarded in some type of way. Like, I think the whole Run DMC should have had a 5% of the company. When they told everybody in the garden to put your Adidas up in the air.
But they ain't know what they was doing.
That
though.
was worth 10%, my nigga.
But they didn't know what they was doing.
Yeah, but
though.
it's like this. Look, nigga, we ain't wearing your Adidas no more.
But they
then
didn't
you
do
sit down
that.
with them and then I guarantee you if they would, they
would've
wasn't
did
thinking like that.
That's what I'm saying.
But
They
what I'm
would've
saying,
did-
so of course he doesn't get his just due. No. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people overlook Jay just for being who he is. Like, he put a lot of people on. He
Was it
shaped-
because he was quiet? He seemed like not quiet, but he wasn't never like
Rah.
inside of the camera. I'm JMJ. I'm putting niggas on.
Nah, Jay was
silently.
live. Jay was a live nigga. He was put like this. Jay never had a record deal with Run DMC. He was just a DJ. So the only way Jay got paid is to go on tour. So Jay money wasn't never really right till he got with niggas like me.
Gotcha.
That's when he became a millionaire. I made Jam Master Jay a millionaire, nigga. Onyx. We made that nigga his first millions. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't making millions with Run DMC. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, what we did for hip hop at that time, selling, 3-4 million records the first run with Back the Fuck Up, we changed the game with Jay. And I feel like he definitely don't get his just due. You know what I'm saying?
I think also too, when you think about the name of the group, his name is not in there, even though we know he's part of the group, Run DMC.
No, it's a known fact he wasn't on a contract. That's what it's been said. Jay should have never had to do what Jay was doing, is what I'm saying. He should have never had to get his hands dirty at all. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, Russell, Leo, you know, they should have always looked out for Jay, because I'm sure Jay made, if we made Jay millions, Jay made them millions. So how he fucked up and gotta get his hands dirty, ever.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? That should have never happened.
So I'm glad you mentioned Russell. What you think about how everybody is relating to Russell, acting like whatever's going on, his personal life is crazy and trying to take him off his mountain?
Russell is the king of hip hop, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the godfather. I'm gonna always respect Russ.
Me too.
Russell pick up my phone call to this day, and I see Russell living the best life. That's what life is about, man. Live your life. Be free. He's being free. Nigga doing yoga and shit. Nigga looking younger and younger every day. That's what life is about, man. You know what I'm saying? Respect to Russ. That's it. If it wasn't for Russell, I wouldn't have strap. I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have just saved the last dance. None of that shit. None of that shit would have. He told me, yo, Forrest Whitaker's having an audition. Y'all niggas go in there and one of y'all niggas get that shit. Exact words. And, you know, I got the part, and then it went on from there. Sticky got into the movies. And
what type of motivation is that? Because niggas don't talk like that. Like, y'all niggas go down there, one of y'all get one of these joints, because that's belief in y'all.
Yeah.
And you don't even act, though, my nigga.
Nah, we didn't act. You know, we never had no training. That was just like, all right, cool. We had the battery because we had the deal at Def Jam, so we had the battery already. We like, Russell said do that. We got Def Jam behind us. All right, let's go. And niggas don't know, when I did Strap, I was doing the Back the Fuck Up album at the same time. It wasn't like I got on because Onyx was platinum. The album ain't even come out yet. I was going from the set to the studio.
Oh, you had Strap before the album came?
Yeah, I was filming it. I was doing it at the same time. The same time we was filming Strap, I was doing Back the Fuck Up.
Why did he give you the role? I figured that you got the role because you was
I got
out.
the role because I'm an ill nigga. What the fuck is you talking about, nigga? That's why,
I
nigga.
thought you got the role because you was out already.
Nah, I got the role because I'm an ill nigga.
Okay,
That's it.
I respect that. You from Queens. I respect that.
I'm about Queens and none of that, man. I'm from Brooklyn.
See?
Yeah,
okay.
I'm from Brooklyn, nigga. I'm from Flatbush, nigga.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. This ain't, I know you don't have the answer, but I noticed Sticky's been quiet, right? This is not an insult. And I see that, you know, Marvel is gonna have this Secret Wars where they start bringing back all these people. And I'm like, why is Sticky real quiet? And he's one of 3 Blades.
Yes. 3? I thought it was only 2.
Well, you know, they got the other Mahershala.
Oh, yeah, Marshall.
Yeah,
Great actor, too.
Great actor. So
Great
I'm
actor.
sitting there like, come on, Fred.
I hope they bring the light-skinned Blade back.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying?
Because they trying to,
Sticky was the light-skinned Blade. I was like, I didn't think that was gonna work, but he did his thing,
murdered
man.
that, bro.
Nah, he killed that.
Because, you know, they bringing Holly Berry back so everybody could get their runs. You know what I'm saying?
I hope he get that phone call. I pray for the brother, man. That would be great. He would need something like that. He been low. You know, Sticky, he don't really fuck with the social media. I do enough for that, but that would be dope. You know what I'm saying? I would like to see all 3 of them niggas.
That's what I'm saying. They're positioning that for the next few movies coming out to have all the people come back for that last hoorah.
That would be crazy.
And Sticky's part of that ecosystem and, you know, universe. And I'm
So
like,
you into the Marvel comics and all that shit?
a majority of it, but I see what they're doing for the black people and giving them their looks. And Robert Downey told Ghostface, you the
Come
real,
back, Robert Downey Jr.
you was around him when he was young.
Nah, but he made an ill comeback. He was fucked up at one point. You know what I'm saying? His comeback was, I remember that he did the movie with Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson smacked the shit out the nigga.
Yeah.
You remember that shit?
You seen he interviewed?
What's the name of that movie, man? Mike Tyson smacked the nigga and some shit.
And that was a real smack.
Huh? Black and White. We was in that movie. Yeah, it was produced by Power and Wu-Tang and them niggas.
Yeah.
We was in that movie, matter of fact. Yeah, Black and White. Yeah, I gotta go watch that shit.
Because, you know, Robert Downey interviewed AZ, too, in 1993.
I was about to mention that.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yes.
He interviewed him?
Yes.
Mob style AZ?
No, fucking the drug dealer.
A word?
Yes.
Yes.
He told Ghostface to his face, you the real Iron Man. I know you really Tony Starks. He tapped into the culture.
Wow.
Yeah, they got the old shit when he was a young white boy.
1993, Fredro.
That's crazy.
The walking uptown with
in the
AZ.
park.
I gotta check that on YouTube.
I'm gonna send you the video
It's
too.
up. That's fire.
Yeah, but he was the ill Iron Man though. He did his thing though. But if we get Sticky back in Marvel, nigga, we up. We up. I'm on the set, nigga. Fuck is you talking about?
It would be for Endgame. That's the movie.
Endgame?
That's That's the one where they're trying to bring all the niggas back that's ever played a role.
That word?
Yes.
A movie or a TV show?
On a movie, but they're taking the dudes from the TV shows
Get
as
the
well
fuck outta
to
here.
honor them.
Wow.
So Wesley Snipes is gonna get his send-off. So I'm like, Sticky gotta be in there. That's Blade, nigga.
All right, we need a petition, all right? I need all my peoples out there. We need a petition to
Yeah.
Marvel to get Sticky on the end game for Marvel, all right? Let's do this shit. Come on, Sticky was the ill Blade.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm just
How you feel about them calling you the evil Pharrell?
what?
How I feel about that? Pharrell is getting money, you know what I mean?
Yo.
So, you know, if he's a good looking kid, you know what I mean? So to be compared to somebody like that, I don't feel no disrespect. It's funny, he got a song called Be Happy, and I represent the Mad Face. So we all definitely polar opposites.
Yo, that is crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely polar opposites. I got respect for
Where do they be saying this stuff at online?
It be all over the place.
I don't know. This shit's crazy.
Did you know about that?
I seen it.
Oh, you seen it?
I reposted it.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? And now if they say, I mean, how could you be upset with a nigga getting money? You know, like
Yeah, he's
not a
an icon.
bad. He's not a bad person to be compared to.
Nah, out of all the people,
You know what I'm saying?
yo,
Like it can be worse. It's a lot of other shit you could get. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool. I am the villain. I made a career off being a villain, and that's cool. You know, Malachi, Say the Last Dance. You know what I'm saying? You know, Shorty Doo-Wop. You know what I'm saying? Sunset. I made a career of being the bad kid. You know what I mean? And that's cool. You know, just like Robert De Niro, or you know,
Yeah, so-
Scarface. They all made their careers of being mobster niggas. And that's cool. And I'ma still do that too. Niggas want still, I'm here, nigga, book me. Like I told one director, just put a gun in my hand, let me do what I do, my nigga. Straight up. Let me do what I do. This is what I do.
What's that one actor, the Spanish dude, Trejo? He got a restaurant in Cali. He always plays a bad
Oh
Spanish.
yeah. They got a taco joint. Yeah.
And then he says in his contract though, he always wants to die because he doesn't want to be the example of. He knows his character is gonna be very
Kill the villain.
Yeah.
You gotta kill me. I don't want my villain role to be. Nah, fuck.
He don't want it to become iconic and become influential. So I always think about like, is that something you think about with all these villain roles?
You know, see, the difference is, I'm from South Side, Jamaica, Queens. I'm from Brooklyn, but I rep South Side. And I'm sure Pharrell is from Virginia. He's probably
That part of Virginia is nuts.
I don't know.
That's all-
I don't think so.
Virginia Beach?
I don't think so.
What you think, E?
Not like
I
South
think
Side
Virginia
Jamaica.
Beach
Not like
is
South
cool.
Side
Virginia
Jamaica,
Beach
bro.
is cool.
It's not like South
You
Side
gotta go
Jamaica.
down
It's
to
two
Newport
different
News.
things, my nigga.
I mean,
You gotta
you
go
close
down-
enough.
You gotta go down to
Nah,
Baton
it's two
Rouge.
different things, I'm sure. So we definitely have two different ways of seeing life. That's what I'm saying.
You've been all around the world. How has being from New York shaped you differently than all the rest of these people that you've met?
Shit, nigga, New York is the capital of the world. When you say, yo, nigga be like, where you from? I be like, New York. They be like, oh. Like New York City, they love New York. Anywhere you go, I'm talking about any country, New York is the place to be.
They
You
say
know what
y'all
I'm
be
saying?
in Russia a lot. Like how you even get in that?
See the whole Russia thing with Onyx is when
That's
they
interesting.
the breakdown is this: when they got their independence, early '90s, Onyx and a few other rap groups was the groups that they were hearing first. They wasn't hearing the Run DMC, they wasn't hearing none of that because they wasn't getting the music. It was so far away. A few niggas, but the mainstream first things they was hearing was Onyx. So everybody was spray painting the Mad Face on the wall because they was going against the rock and roll niggas. There was a lot of clash between the rock and roll niggas and the hip hop was coming. So the rock and roll niggas was like, yo, what the fuck is these Russian? So it was a lot of clash, and the Mad Face stood for hip hop in general in Russia, not just Onyx. This meant hip hop.
Man, freedom.
It meant hip hop.
Yeah.
So we nurtured that relationship with them. We go out there, them motherfuckers love the culture. Them niggas, Gucci Man just went out there.
You don't be worried about going out there, what happened to fucking Brittany Griner and all
Nah,
that?
you know
holding
the
out?
Brittany Griner thing, me personally, I just think she played herself. You know what I'm saying? Who travels to Russia with weed? Like, you don't do that. Like you just don't do that. Certain shit you just don't do. I travel the world. If you are travel, don't travel with no weed unless you go into a place like New York to Boston, New York to LA where it's legal, of course. But Russia, my nigga. And then, you know, she's with the NBA. She became a political target. And look what they got back for that bitch.
Yeah.
That dude.
Not that bitch, but Yeah, look what they got back for her. You know what I'm saying? They got the nigga who sold mad guns and all that nigga.
And you know,
Shit, did you see this shit? This shit look like a movie, my nigga.
but that's the movie Nicolas Cage did.
Yo,
That's the
exactly.
Yeah.
But did you see the handoff? They walk past each other.
How about this, Fredro?
Did you see that
Nah,
shit?
I didn't see it. It was really a handoff.
Yes, it was a handoff. All
Yes.
that.
I ain't
Brittany
see it.
walked past him and they walked past
and he's
each other.
smiling.
I
But
ain't
one
see
thing
that.
they said about Russia leaves no man behind. They never forget. For all them years he was locked up, they was just figuring out a plan to get him out. So when they snatched her, they already knew.
But my thing is this.
Guess what he's doing now?
If we get locked up, ain't nobody coming. We ain't no political. Nigga, we got Onyx niggas who like, so?
But
Y'all ain't getting nobody for these
Fredro,
niggas.
you know what Son's
Them
doing?
niggas will rot in jail over there.
You know what Son's doing right now?
Selling guns.
He's selling guns.
Of course he is. Back to business.
Back to business. He's getting a bag.
B2B.
But my thing is,
Yo.
you know, just don't travel to Russia with drugs. Russia's a great place, great place to go. And I would say, you know, Gucci, like I said, Gucci Man was there. They just had this other dude. It's a good place, man. People are good. The culture
pay
is there.
well?
They pay very well. The food is good.
Do they pay you? The food is good
The
in
food
Russia?
is incredible.
Yeah, they got
Do they pay you in American dollars?
But but you get paid from different, you know, it's different.
Oh, okay.
Because-
I caught that.
Russia can't send money to America. You can't even take a flight to Russia.
I know.
There's different ways, you know.
You gotta go. You gotta go.
Yeah, there's international booking agents and shit like that. So everything is good. You know what I mean? Yeah. One thing when we go there, we tell them no politics. Music is no politics in music, and I believe that music is something that makes people feel good, and there's no way we could get into the politics. What they got going on right now, we have nothing to do with that. We here to do what we do and rock this motherfucker. That's it. You know what I'm saying? When we leave, motherfuckers feel like, yeah, that's it. That's what music is about. That's why we travel to different places, South America, Colombia, Bogota, Medellin, and all that. We love to see the people. The spirit of hip hop controls. People don't know how the spirit of hip hop, how powerful it is. When you can have 15, 20,000 people slam dancing to your music is power. Not everybody can do that. So you have a special power. So it's time to use that power in a positive direction. You know what I'm saying? And get positive things back for it. And I think if we all live like that, we'll live a little bit longer and we'll sleep a little bit better.
Where you get your wisdom from? When did that change? When did you go from wild nigga to wisdom?
I always had the wisdom. You know, I've never been a wild nigga, really.
Really?
Nah, I've never been in jail in my life. I never did a bid.
That don't mean you're not wild. I mean you
Nah,
ain't get caught.
it's part of it. You
smart?
I'm smart.
Okay.
You know, like I said, I've done movies with guns in my head. You ain't never seen Fredro with a gun, have you? You ever see me bust a nigga, shoot a nigga, stab a nigga? I get paid to do that, nigga. And that's what you should do. If you want to bust and shoot niggas, do it on movies. Don't do it on the street. Be like me, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But always keep you who you are. You ain't gotta be a wild. I'm not a wild nigga. I'm actually a nice guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm a nice guy. I don't, you know, I deal with situations that need to be dealt with at the moment. You know what I'm saying? Like any real nigga would, but at the end of the day, I'm just a nice guy. I'm not a tough guy.
How did you grasp the business?
Being at Def Jam was kind of like my school of business. You know, working with Leo Cohen, Mike Kaiser, Kevin Loud. All these guys I just named are real big in the business to this day. And I was working with them closely and not just working with them, I was learning. I'm just not a little kid in there, you learn how to market, you learn publishing, you learn things in music because these are the guys this is your school of music. I didn't have to go to college. I went to Def Jam College. You know, lessons with Chuck D and sitting with Jam Master Jay and lessons sitting on 10-hour flights with Run DMC, going to Japan and building with Run. Back, you know what I mean? These are my lessons in life. This is where I get the experience of life. You know what I'm saying? I never went to college. I dropped out of high school because I wanted to be a full-time barber. You know what I'm saying? And I had to get money. So I was like, fuck school. You know, they was telling me, yo, you got to do 12th grade and you got to do 6 months. I was like, yo, bro, I don't care about school. I don't need school. And you just got to know, you just got to be, put them jewels in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? A lot of jewels, put them in your pocket. Then you start having a lot of jewelry, start having a lot of knowledge. And then you get to a place it's like, you know what? I'm over 50. Now it's time to put the fires out. When you're young, you start the fires and you keep the fire moving. And You know what I'm saying? Fire Starr, jumped out of the car like, fuck y'all, I'm 2 times hotter than you. That was me. You know what I'm saying? Now it's time to put the fire out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been through this shit 35 years, bro. I've been doing this shit since 86, Baisley Park, nigga. First time I went to 42nd Street, I was 15. You know what I'm saying? 15 years old on 40 Deuce, like this, with my next door neighbor. You know what I'm saying? So I had an early go in this hip hop shit. You know what I'm saying? I was out early. I was outside early in Manhattan. You know what I'm saying? Going to all the clubs in Manhattan, early age. Powerhouse, Red Zone, Mars, Limelight, any fucking club.
Rooftop, you go rooftop?
Nigga, I was at Rooftop. Niggas,
I know.
niggas with
I've
Suzuki's.
been-
Cole, nigga, I was with the Rooftop a couple of times. I was a little nigga. I remember niggas had Suzuki Samurais with fur coats on in 0 degrees weather. I'm like, yo, these Harlem niggas is wild, bro. Like, yo, that's
They
for the
different.
Suzuki Samurais, remember the little shit?
Exactly.
Yo,
He's
son,
there with a fur coat on.
yeah,
They-
cold, freezing.
Uptown niggas different. I'm just saying,
They committed to the stuff.
they are committed
Nigga,
to
I was
the
going to
splash.
Bentleys, nigga. Bentleys, you had to dress up and shit.
Oh, Bentley.
Little nigga in Bentleys with the shoes on. I'm 16 in Bentleys, my nigga.
Yeah.
We're getting in them clubs, though. My whole life was into clubs and shit, so I had a lot of experience in this hip-hop shit, you know what I mean? It just, now it's just time to, like, bring it to a positive note, because what else can I do? You know
What
what I mean?
was so different about the clubs back then? Was it the hip hop? Was it the nostalgia because it was fresh and new?
I was just in love with the music. I was in love with the girls, the music. I just couldn't stay in Queens. I just thought Queens was slow.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Once I went to Manhattan, it was like
Different world.
It was a different world, man. You come out you like, yo,
You come out the train.
you
It's
come out
wild
the train,
different.
it's everybody moving, the city,
Yeah.
the buildings, the lights, the text. It's like, yo, and
They hailing cabs. We wasn't doing that shit in Queens. They hailing the cab going right down. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
they ain't
shit?
stop for the niggas. You got a cab, you was lucky back in the days. They ain't stop for niggas. We used to jump out the cabs. We used to take the cabs all the way from Manhattan, go to Queens. Tell that nigga, yo, go to the address. Before he jump at the light, we jump out the cab and shit. Leave all the doors open. Jump through a few backyards, niggas be in your crib. You be looking at the cab driver looking for you at your window like this. Man, we did all that wild shit growing up, you know what I'm saying? And that's what life is about. You grow and you learn and you change, you elevate, you evolve. You know what I'm saying? You can't stay the same forever. So, you know, that's why I'm doing the spirit of hip hop. That's how I'm moving and bringing just positivity to the game. And it's a curriculum I'm creating. It's an 8-week high school curriculum with the spirit of hip hop. And like I said, I'm using all the lyrics from all these great rappers, Slick Rick, Run DMC, LL, J. Cole, whoever. Everybody says something positive. You know what I'm saying? And we touch on mental health. Health is wealth. Wealth is wealth. We touch on a lot of shit. We touch on safe sex. We touch on just equality. We touch on breakdancing, touch on DJing, touching on the 6th element of hip hop, which is podcast and social media now, because now it's just not rapping. It used to be 5 elements in hip hop. Now we got the 6th element. The 6th element is social media, because the biggest hip hop star right now don't even rap. The biggest guy from the culture right now is ISO Speed for hip hop. And he doesn't rap, is what I'm saying. So social media, and Joe Buttons don't rap no more, and Fat Joe, Jada, all these niggas is sitting on the couches talking, because that's the new element. It's the 6th element. So, you know, I'm gonna be doing my podcast too, you know. It's you gotta do that.
People want to hear.
It's like having an email now.
No, it's just the new shit. You know what I mean? Like, you could get paid for sitting and talking and sharing your knowledge, and all these guys have been in the game a long time. They can sit and talk. Fat Joe got 1 million stories. I don't know if all of them are real, but they're entertaining. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I remember Fat Joe was telling a story about Onyx, how he went to he had some shit called Tales of the Dark Side.
Yeah.
And I had some shit called Tales of the Industry, when I was telling stories. And I was kind of like the first nigga telling all the stories with B.I.G. in the studio, stories with this and that.
Yeah.
I had a lot of stories too. You can go online and check that shit. It's called Tales from the Industry with Fredro Starr. But Fat Joe had a story about one time we was in Club 2000 and a nigga threw a chair in the crowd, and we turned that whole crowd out. Fat Joe was like, security had them niggas, he had said them niggas, security had them niggas in the air taking us out. That wasn't true. But it might have seemed like that, but I love his stories, you know, it's entertaining. But security, we walked out of there with just niggas, you know what I'm saying? But I see what he was saying. Now, it was kind of, you know, he
It was kind of right, but
kinda right.
embellished a little bit.
Yeah, but that's hip hop. You know what I mean? I love it, and that's what I'm talking
The
about.
hip hop is embellishment.
This sixth element, man. Just tell your shit, talk your shit.
Okay.
That's why we here today. Y'all niggas is in the sixth element.
What's the money commandment that you live by? I mean, it's something that you do to make sure you're gonna keep money in your pocket.
Get the fuck up in the morning. Wake up early.
Yeah.
Wake up early. Get your business done.
Yo,
I hate niggas that be sleep. Yo, it's 12 o'clock. You sleeping, my nigga? Like you just missed 3
I don't
hours
even
of
know
business.
how, I don't
Business
even know
start
how
at 9
people
a.m.
sleep till
Nigga.
12.
yo,
till
I
12
don't
in the
understand. Yo, Drill.
I don't get it.
I don't understand.
Yo, people being shocked. They be like, you guys be up early. I'm like, shit gotta get done.
I don't care who the president is, who's in charge. You gotta, it doesn't, get up off your ass and get to it, man. That's the main thing in money. Don't be lazy. Figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Try it. You might fail, but you tried it. I hate people that don't try nothing. Try it. Have a million ideas. I love that. One of them is gonna pop. Some niggas don't have no idea of nothing and they don't try nothing. Fail, try and fail. That's what I respect. Try it.
People be scared, bro.
People be scared. Try it.
They be scared to fail. They be scared to lose their money.
And the people care what people think.
You
really care what, I'm saying, them people who think about what, they not paying your bills, my nigga.
They don't even know you.
They don't even know you. You care what these niggas think?
So
All right.
I've been confused too,
All right.
yo.
Yo, my whole thing, I always tell people there's 8 billion people in the world. 8 billion. So what you sold 10 million records? There's 8 billion people left, nigga. So you feel what I'm saying? There's a lot of people, my nigga. So there's enough for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Just live like that, like it's 8 billion people. Nobody gives a fuck about you. And then a lot of people do give a fuck about you, but in the whole scale of thing, you're fucking nothing but a little ant. You ever see ants flowing in the there's a flood and you see mad ants just dying? There's a lot more ants coming. There's no shortage of ants. Same as the people.
He said there's no shortage of air.
I just seen a whole village in India swept away, 250,000. I don't know the number, but it's still more people left. There's 8 billion people in the world, so don't worry about what people thinking about you.
What do you tell your kids about when you were younger?
I don't really tell them nothing.
They don't ask you no questions?
Nah, not really. I keep my shit to myself, and they just do what they do. You know what I mean?
What if they did?
I tell them the truth. You know what I mean? Tell them what it is. With social media and YouTube, you can see everything now.
But that's why I'm
I'ma keep it
asking
real.
you, because if they see
Kids
some
don't
shit,
do research on their parents like that.
And we don't do research on them.
And I'm gonna say this. What's the guy from Lincoln
These
Park?
niggas be on the internet, you know what the fuck they doing.
I forgot the guy from Lincoln Park. His daughter was in a competition, and she's like doing a practice, and then the dad is like, "Yo, you should do it like this." She's like, what does he know about that?
Wow.
The mom is like, "You do know
That
she's
he
like,
is.
he's the guy.
And she saw the videos like, "Who's this guy that looks like my dad playing the
Really?
guitar?"
This is
didn't
a true
know-
story?
Yes.
Wow.
Didn't know nothing.
Because, you know, we keep that up private. It's like, because it's a job. When your parents go to work, they don't tell you what they do at their home. They just come home and be a
They're
parent.
not stars. They're not celebrities.
But, you know, it's still the same.
But you know,
It's a job. When you know, some kids growing, like Will Smith kids, of course, you know, see his son, they grow into
it
The
takes
world.
they grow, yeah, you know what I mean? So certain kids get it. Certain kids
But most
take that.
majority of kids, their parents are never cool to them. Majority of kids. There's some kids that's anomalies. Like, yo, my dad is cool, but they just be like, that's my parents.
I think somebody said the only kid that worships their parent now is Northwest with Kanye.
Yeah.
They like, she's the only one that worships their parent.
That's
that
funny.
think their
Like,
parent is
like
cool.
my kids, I have young kids. My kids are young now. I have 3 boys, you know what I'm saying? 9, 11, and 4. I watched them, let them see Moesha. They were like, what? Like, they can't believe I'm on the TV.
Yeah, they're like, why
they're
you look like me? They probably like, yeah, you gotta look.
they don't understand it, but, you know.
They will, though.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah.
You know, and hopefully one of my kids can move in a direction in a coach and be an actor
You know what
or
I
a
learned
rapper
with
or
that?
something, you know what I'm saying?
It'd be a grandkid.
Right.
Do you want that? Do you want a kid that kind of follows
Definitely.
in your
Hell
footsteps?
yeah.
That's
At least
dope.
one of them. Hell yeah, because this is it's legacy. You know what I'm saying? It's something that the path is already there. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I would like them to do their own thing. You know, my daughter won gold in Paris last year for fencing.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's fire.
So she's doing her thing. You know what I'm saying? We don't really talk about it, but you know, my blood and my legacy, I would definitely love one of my kids to be a rapper. You know, probably Brighton. One of my kids, Princeton, loves music. He might be a DJ. I don't know, but you know, I got 3 boys, so let's see.
What if they don't want to play your records?
Yo,
They ain't gotta play my records. they got. That's funny, but that's good though. You know, his kids are growing up into music because that's what they're around it. They see it. My kids see me doing beats. You know what I mean? Somebody's gonna catch on, and that's good because, like I said, being from the culture keeps you young. It's a superpower.
It definitely
You know what I'm
is.
saying? It's a superpower for sure. You know what I mean? Like this hip hop. Hip hop is the only genre. We the biggest genre in the world. For as fashion, business, just anything, like hip hop is number one. We the only genre to bring cultures together like that. Like country music, no disrespect, but I just don't think they
can't bring the culture
Nah,
together.
they don't bring cultures together. So, you know,
Even the Spanish, they don't really bring the culture because we don't understand what they're actually saying.
Right.
So they can't bring the culture to us.
So
like,
yeah, hip hop is number one, man. We just gotta protect it. If you love something, you hold it, you protect it. We gotta protect the culture.
How's that possible?
I think grown men should stop battering each other online for one. Like,
the
fuck
beef
you,
is-
fuck yeah. That shit to me, like rock and roll music don't do that.
But ain't that the premise of hip hop? Didn't you have niggas that you beefed with back
We didn't
then?
beef with Wu-Tang. We didn't beef with none of them niggas.
No, I didn't say Wu-Tang. I
Nah,
said-
we didn't know.
didn't you have niggas,
We
no?
not from that. No, our culture didn't do that.
Okay.
We didn't go at it, and if we had an internal beef, it was internal. Like like niggas is breaking. Like the internet is like it's good and it's bad. You know, I just think people should just be more aware of what we sending out there, the messages, and you know, you got grown ass men going at each other, man, on social media. To me, it's just like I sit there and watch it. It's entertaining, but it's tiring now.
Could they be emotional?
It's over with, man.
Could
Like,
they be
come
just
on, man.
emotional
Just if you
people?
got to beef with somebody, settle your beef. Don't go on. It's too much, man. To me, you know what I'm saying? It's giving the culture a bad look.
I
We
think
don't
they doing it-
look educated.
I think they doing it because they think that that's their best promotion.
It is.
It's hard to promote in this day and age to get people to watch it, for it to be effective, to be able to pay for it. So they just like, I'm just gonna diss Fredro. As soon as Fredro walk out here, I'm gonna say
I
Fredro is
disagree with
trash.
that. I disagree with that because La Russell is doing his shit and he's selling more than all of these niggas and he's being positive. So I disagree with that. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like people should be more creative in how they coming across, and you know, you don't have to. Of course, the viral crash out moments get the views and all that, but that's not it. That can't be it. You know, that can't be it. It got to be balanced out. You know what I'm saying? You got to have positive with the negative, and that's just how it's always gonna be.
They beefing with the wrestler now too, though.
They mad
Because
at
of
him.
Rock Nation.
Who?
Because he signed with Rock Nation.
Yeah, they're calling him a traitor.
Yeah, all those people,
like-
all those people that's saying that is not paying his bills. Let the man cook. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, everything is an elevation. Like so, like I said, everybody got something to say. But when that bill come in, do y'all got something to say?
They ain't got nothing.
Ain't
Nothing
nobody
to say.
chipping in.
Hey, ain't nobody quiet.
They hands is in their pocket.
Help me with that phone bill.
Quiet.
Yeah, but you want to talk about my moves. You know what I'm saying? Niggas talk about other niggas' moves because they not making moves. That's the only reason when you talking about other niggas because you ain't doing nothing. Yeah, like I'm not dissing that nigga because I'm making moves. Y'all niggas, y'all make. So, you know, like I said, man, you can't worry about what the fuck other niggas is talking about. Do what you do and do it to the best of your abilities, man. You know what I mean? And stay true to yourself.
So when you releasing the Tunnel series, what's the schedule?
July
on that?
4th.
Ooh,
Oh,
right
you got
on.
some time.
Yeah.
Oh, you got some time. So once you drop it, it's gonna be a Sunday, and then you're just gonna keep dropping every
July
Sunday.
4th, yeah, we planning it out right now. I think I'm gonna shoot another episode before July. Try to get that ready. Yeah, so I'm paying, you know, shit's all out my pocket. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm paying for everything. So I just want to keep 100% in control of everything, you know, up until now,
Until a deal comes
Yeah,
in, and
yeah,
then you gotta
exactly.
relinquish what you gotta relinquish
Exactly.
for your check.
exactly.
Charlamagne was telling the story about, I forgot who the Spanish chick is that bought the bag for John Wick because they was short a certain amount of money and she just bought the bag in. Like nothing crazy, probably a few $100,000. The residual now is like 10 figures.
It's all about marketing too. You just
Yeah.
like, you know, me
So-
like I told the you know, the executives at Tubi, I was like, I'm not your average director. I have an extensive music catalog that I own for music, and I have a lot of tour dates, and every time I tour, I'm gonna promote the movie, and I'm gonna treat the movie like it's an album. So we're gonna do
Pop-ups, release
pop-ups
part.
all down the East Coast, my strongest
Viewing
markets.
parties, yeah.
Viewing parties,
Ooh.
tap in, Q&As, after parties, up and down to keep the, promotion.
Yeah,
That's where I'm from. Just like I said, I came from the Def Jam machinery, so this is how I
You gotta
understand.
put stuff out there to keep your
Yeah.
to keep yourself fresh
Yeah.
in these people's minds.
And then, I feel like right now, it's not like, to me, The Tunnel is probably like the illest, to me, movie since like Paid in Full with the New York backdrop.
Gotcha.
I just saw a Spike Lee movie with Denzel. And I love Spike Lee. I work with Spike Lee on Clockers, one of my, inspirations. And I just think New York filmmaking, get those scenes, the train station, the bodega, Rucker Park, projects, that's what you're gonna see when you see my film, like New York. So niggas down south, you're gonna feel like you're in New York. And that's why I think it's special. It's represent New York to the fullest.
My man said having an iPhone in the 90s, yo, I was cracking.
They
would have killed you.
Nah, so yeah, we had to push it up and be
That's
cool
smart,
with that.
though.
And it would have cost more money. You gotta get the
No, the
nostalgia.
continuity is
it's way more
You gotta
money.
get the old Beamers, the
Nah,
old
nah.
gear,
Yeah,
how people dress.
that's
It's a
expensive.
lot. It's a lot.
Continuity, yeah, just to stay, you need a big budget for that. This is- I'm gonna keep it
Once
real.
you said that, I said, oh yeah, he
Smart.
been, yeah,
He
he
spun
knows.
it.
This is
He's
straight
funny.
indie right here, man. Straight indie, independent
Shit,
shit.
this might get the tunnel back fucking cracking.
I'm thinking about doing the tunnel. Doing Tunnel Sundays, bring it back. Why not?
Try it.
Try it. Why, I
why
don't
not?
try. We like you
Because you need
said.
to know what I'm saying, Charles, because you
Nah,
need a
yeah,
fucking
you-
location here because
yeah.
the cops ain't letting niggas get spots like that no more.
It's
You know
That's a
what I'm
fact,
saying?
bro.
Hell
It's
yeah.
different?
That's
Yeah,
why I
bro.
said try, bro.
Right, okay.
I ain't saying because you can't
nah,
do
nah,
it because
nah.
of the situation that we got going
Nah,
on.
but
here.
that's they on some bullshit.
Yeah, they
Yes, bro.
gonna try to rock you to sleep.
That's why you got to collab with a spot that's already
But
popping.
you can get a spot and call it the tunnel.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Tunnel
Sundays,
Sundays.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want a spot, just
Yeah, you
collab
can
with a
just
spot.
get,
That
you
you
can
could do.
collab. You
Yeah.
can collab with somebody that's called
Hell
it
yeah,
Tunnel Sundays.
Sundays. We bring it out, bring that feeling back. You know
Bring
what I'm
that
saying?
feeling back.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Now that's an option.
Nah,
right?
I was already thinking about that. Here we go. Nah, because we threw a party. We did a viewing party in the Lower East Side. Yo, the venue, it was crazy, son. I was like, yo, we might have to start doing these tunnel parties because the turnout was ill because, like I said, the tunnel was something that all New York niggas, we know about it, we heard about it. So just to have that vibe and that name attached to a project is ill.
Did you ever talk to Funk Flex about being a part of it?
I didn't really talk to Funk Flex. I know Flex, he definitely was the man. Flex was the man in the tunnel. Salute the Big Cap and all of them.
Big Cap too.
But this is my story.
Got you.
So, I would love to collaborate with Flex on the next episode. You know what I'm saying? Definitely bring Flex in. That would just give it the stamp of approval. You know what I'm saying? But Flex is a busy dude, so I ain't wanna,
No, I feel you. I was just curious because
Yeah.
I always, when I think about the tunnel, I'm not gonna lie, I think about Funk Master Flex.
Yeah, definitely. Flex was man, he used to shut that shit down, bro. Flex, Big Cat, them nights, them long. Y'all remember?
What?
I just put like this. The unisex bathroom.
It was crazy. The
The nigga played the Akinelli song.
and
It was
happening.
crazy, son. That's all I gotta say.
BagFuel, you heard BagFuel, like, subscribe, super thanks. And if you want to place an ad or sponsor, whatever, you want to put the end, the middle, or the beginning, just hit us up directly and we'll give you the rates and we'll get it popping. Fredro, tell them how they can find you and all
Come
that.
on, man.
And find your movie,
Come
everything
on.
you got going on.
TheTunnelFilm.com. We got the website up. You can see the trailer and all of that. But follow me on OnyxHQ.com, YouTube, OnyxHQ. You know what I'm saying? We outside, man. Straight up.
Shout to Queens and shout to Brooklyn. You heard?
BQE.
Shout to New York City, the Bronx, fucking Harlem, Staten Island, the whole New York.
whole New York,
We all
straight like
repping,
that.
you know what I mean? And we out of here. It's BagFuel, you heard?